Chris.
And I am Scandal.
And let's play a game together.
Let's grow a garden.
Let's social discourse together.
Hi.
Let's do story analysis, shall we?
Yay!
Let's build a different fence, because we just looked at how bad that fence was, and it needs a new one.
It does.
Again, though, I'm still astounded at the fact that they went, let's just carefully plant all these bushes into and directly close to this fence, because honestly, if you're doing fencing, you want to remove everything that's going to be in your way if you're not keeping it. Obviously,
Yes.
if you're keeping it, you have to fence around it if it's already there.
Yep.
If you're going to put anything new in, do the fence
First.
then plant around it. Like, the organization of this game is killing me as far as someone who's done landscaping and like building repair and stuff like that, and just going, oh my god. And a lot of it I did because, again,
Priorities.
well, it's like order of operations. Going,
Yes,
some things just
absolutely.
don't work as well.
No.
Like when we were in our house when I was young, the house was a real fixer-upper.
Right.
Like, the whole downstairs was not finished at all, and it wasn't a basement, it was just the downstairs.
Right.
So, like, the house was in very bad condition, which is part of why it was also in foreclosure, which is part of why we ended up having a house, as I've mentioned before.
Right.
Because it was a really cheap deal where they were super eager to sell right now.
Right.
Anyway, so, like, I remember helping hang the drywall and put on the baseboards and stuff like that, but, like, there are things that if you do them first, where I've seen people put on the baseboards before they paint the walls, and then they don't want the baseboards painted, that sucks. Like, you don't you end up
Yes.
running into the baseboards with your paint. So if you want them natural wood or a different color, don't put them on until you paint. Just order of operations, okay, guys?
Yes, absolutely.
Like, fence first, then shrubs. Well, the new garden will need some fencing around it. It already has old fencing.
What kind of design were you thinking?
Something wooden? Ha!
Aha!
How about...
One of 3 options.
I bet it's wood. Oh, holy crap. Castle? You're freaking kidding me. It's a built
that
castle
seems...
fence. Do you know how much wildlife could live in all those little holes?
Holy shit.
So much. Okay, that looks more like a cattle corral. That
Right.
serious looks like we're going to have the cows or the horses in here. And then that one is very, like, garden party kind of funness. I kind of want this because she keeps going on about the wildlife. And to me, that is like 900 things living in all those little things.
Sure, why not?
Done.
All right, we're going to
All
be
right.
ridiculous.
Birds are going to live in that. It's probably not high enough for birds to feel comfortable nesting in there.
No.
But, like, squirrels and other things might.
No, but different kinds of birds, too. So you're talking
Oh,
about,
yeah.
like, grouse or
Oh, yeah,
basically
like brush
like
birds.
quail?
Yeah. They'll just be, like,
Oh,
hopping
God.
up in the bottom, make a little nest.
I haven't thought about that in a while. Actually,
Bower birds?
Yeah, no,
something
no,
like that. But
right.
ground birds.
No, there was actually a time when I was a little kid. I remember when I went to visit my grandparents in Utah.
Okay.
There was actually a morning where we got up and there was a bunch of quail in their yard, and they had like little babies and things.
Oh, God, the
It
baby
was
quails
so cute.
following their parents are so cute.
They're like
Follow them on.
tiny.
And they are. The quail are like smaller than the size of a chicken egg.
Uh-huh.
They're so tiny little puffballs.
Oh no, they're like itty bitty. Like, okay, so one of the things I also think that's hilarious about in regards to people like drawing creatures coming out of eggs, whatever
Oh,
type they
God,
are.
yeah.
I'm like, you guys, the egg is like the size of the animal inside
Right.
of it, and it's still uncomfortable and all rolled up.
Like, so the thing is a lot of people draw the egg so much bigger than the final animal.
Yes.
And the thing is you end up with an animal that looks bigger than the egg because it's basically contortionist level of rolled up inside there.
Yes.
So if you have an egg the size of a quarter, you're going to end up with a baby the size of maybe a ping pong ball.
Right.
That kind of thing, especially once they poof out and have dry feathers.
Right.
But the thing is baby quail are about the size of a ping pong ball. They're very small
so
and
tiny.
soft and cute.
You want to go watch some cute stuff? Go watch baby quail.
Baby quail.
They're
We
so
recommend
cute.
it. Right, content I would recommend. Baby
Baby
quail.
quail.
Yes. All right.
Yes.
There. All fenced in.
Oh, give me land, lots of land under the starry skies above.
She's actually singing. Look at that.
That's adorable.
Since when
What is
do
the
you
song?
sing? Oh. Don't fence me in. I don't know the song either.
Let me ride through the Rhine country road that I love.
Country road,
Take me home to the land
where I belong. Lily's garden. All right, there we go. Don't fence me in.
Let me be by myself in the evening breeze and listen to the murmur of the cottonwood trees.
Look at her just sort of hamming this up. This is adorable with her
That's
character model.
kind of adorable.
Super cute.
Send me off forever, but I gotta ask you, please.
Don't fence me in.
We have no idea what the song is. So
I've never heard the song ever.
It's also
If
possible
a real
it's made
song,
up.
Like, it could be made up. I say, if it's a real song, though, and somebody's going, oh my God, that's not how that's sung at all. Well, we have ad-libbed something we did not know. Ta-da! All right. That was kind of cute. This wall is so short.
It's
So
Dear,
short.
oh, excuse me, step
Deer,
over.
I just step over. I don't even bounce. I just boink. Hopefully, you don't have a lot of deer in your area. Because
Also, though, if you
they'll
guys
eat
want to watch
everything.
something ridiculous,
Oh, drunk
my God,
deer.
drunk deer are the fucking.
my God.
Oh my God, what the hell?
That is a lot of pathway. That is a plan. Oh, because you need spaces for all your different monuments to your aunt. So you just pathed it all out so you could have different, like a sculpture garden walk.
That's fine.
But that is
What
wild.
the shit?
Let's lay down the path. Do we get to choose the path, or
Why
is
not?
that it?
I guess. I'm following your lead, boss lady.
That's also
You
amazing.
still freaking owe me.
Going, damn, and this is a lot of work for her to do. Like, again, you've hired her for another day. So is
yeah.
this meant to be a dirt path and that's just like cracking dry dirt? Or
I don't know.
that's me, the boss lady, making unrealistic promises to my staff.
Oh God.
Laying people off, but saying I feel real bad about it. Yep, that's the one.
Oh.
So I get that she's trying to be ironic here, but given where position she's in, that phrase falls really flat for me, and she should be basically being ironic only at herself, and thereby that facial expression does not match up for me.
Oh.
The first one did, where she was kind of like, and then this one going, yeah, stick it to the man, ha ha ha. That doesn't fit, because right now, Lily, you are the man.
Hi.
You are the one that is hiring the person, and you're treating them
And you're
poorly.
also going, I'm not paying. This is terrible.
Looking really good in a pencil skirt. Now you're trying to be an abusive boss.
I'd probably just aim for one of those.
Yeah, maybe not all three. They don't work together so well, do they? Wow, you think I should lay people off? You're a monster, Regina. But again, you should feel uncomfortable about this conversation because you really are in a position of inappropriate management with this person you've hired.
Yeah. Oh, just shut up and show me how you want the walkway done.
All right, here we go. We get to choose. Look at this. So we're going to have 4 different monuments in here.
Okay.
And we get gravel, pea gravel, which you can use to make a festive brooch. Okay, if everyone doesn't know, when Martha Stewart went to prison for insider trading, they made some really fun political comics about it, including one of, did you know you could use pea gravel to make a festive brooch? Like, that's actually a real comic that I'm quoting there.
Oh, God!
Anyway,
I
just
didn't
so
know.
you know, that looks like so much awkward
That's
around
actually
the sides
cleaned
and
out.
stuff.
See how this actually has grass in it, though?
Yeah, I
Like,
don't
it's
like the
grody.
grass in there.
I do not like that design choice
This
at
one's
all.
very clean, but it also looks very separate. Like, it doesn't fit in with the layers of stuff.
Right.
It doesn't look like it's actually there.
So you want pea gravel?
So I'm thinking pea gravel.
right.
It's supposed to be a walk in a sculpture garden. Pea gravel works for me.
Yeah, pea gravel works fine.
Crunch, 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 crunch. Nice. Good design, Lily. Have you already decided the size of your exhibits?
Maybe.
Hey, I kind of had a wild idea. What if Barry Means is actually a pseudonym? What if you actually paid your friend? Oh, I mean,
A pseudonym? Is that like an anagram?
a little bit. No, it's a pen name, but wait, an anagram. A pen name anagram. Solve the anagram.
Oh no! Well, this was
The
inevitable.
roll top desk is gone, my dude. The picture is not, it's not there.
It's irrelevant
Like,
right now. Thank
we
you.
would need to go into the house and get the letter, the like actual words and letters if we needed them, unless we're just thinking it out. An anagram.
What you thinking?
Something about the name Barry Means has been bothering me, and I haven't been able to figure out what. But now, I think, do you have a notepad and a pen? There we go. We are going to solve it the old-fashioned way, because those are really hard to do in your head for a lot of people.
Oh God, yeah, they're really difficult. Sure, but here you go.
All right. Look at the grass growing right through the concrete up here. Or the brick edge. A few minutes of scribbling later. There's just some tart with less rat in it later. Remy Nabbers, no, that's not it. Undertale, no, I don't think that's it. Oh.
Nipple clap. Wait.
No.
What about?
What about Mary? Yes! I knew it. What? Barry Means is an anagram for Mary Barnes. That's Aunt Mary's maiden name.
So you think?
Yes, Aunt Mary wrote all these books. It can't be a coincidence.
Whoa, that would mean what for you?
Well, I'd have to look at the will and where she put her wealth and her inheritance, or find out who her actual next of kin is, but then it might mean something for me.
It might.
I don't know yet. I need to call your grandpa, but I also need to find out what she
I'm
did
also
with
gonna-
the rest of her wealth if she actually had it, because it would have needed to be, one, stated, and if it wasn't provided for, it does go to your next of kin. It goes to your next legal inheritor if you don't state it. So if you have $9 billion sitting somewhere, and you give away, and you specifically label out here's who gets my estate, here's who gets this thing, here's who gets that thing, but you don't label who gets your $9 billion,
right?
if one of those people is your next of kin, it goes to them. Or if somebody else that it wasn't even in your will is your legal next of kin, it goes to them. Like, and there can be other caveats, such as if someone had power of attorney over you, etc., but it's going to go to basically the legal inheritor of whatever your situation is if you don't specify. So if it hasn't been specified, then she's not the inheritor unless she was naturally the inheritor, regardless of a will.
Yeah.
And then she would have already had the money, so this is weird to me.
All right.
Especially if he sounds like a terrible lawyer if he's unaware of any of this.
I also, though, feel like Philip might actually already know, because he's pretty much fucking known every single time.
He's just being an edgelord bitch about it.
He can be an edlord all he wants to be.
Edlord.
Ah, here you are, Ed the boy.
The edlord.
The Ed the boy.
All right, solve the anagram. Call Philip. By the way, is there about $2 billion that you didn't tell me about, dude?
Why?
What?
What?
Huh? Ha.
Dingle, dingle.
Ring, ring.
Bing, bang, 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 bang. Good afternoon, Ms. Roberts.
Greetings. Hi, Mr. Jones. I think I've discovered something big, and I feel like you've been keeping a lot from me, so we're going to have a talk. And I'm going to be assertive, because I can do that. And please don't attack me, because I'm very new to this.
Oh, well, do tell.
Right. I've been finding all these hints about Barry Mean's books around the estates, and his name and his presence in places. We found an unmailed letter from Means in the hangar in Aunt Mary's typewriter, and I just discovered that Barry Means is an anagram for Mary Barnes.
Goodness, you think Mary was this Mr. Means? Mr. Beans, I want to call it.
Mr. Beans, yes, Ed. It's Mr. Beans.
It's Mr. Beans.
Yes.
Hey, it's Monk.
Ah!
Ah.
All right. I do. Is there any way to find out? And by the way, were you executor of her estate? And also, do you have access to her full estate? Did you only handle one will? Did she have multiple wills? Were there other lawyers involved with her life? These are all questions I'm not going to ask.
I need answers for.
But that's okay.
Well, if she was receiving payments for the books, I didn't see any sign of it in her accounts.
So you think she had accounts under another name, or she hid things from you?
She might have.
Or again, I'm a complete philanthropist, and after I had all the money I needed, then I just started giving the books away for free. But the state of her accounts doesn't make much sense either.
Please tell me your account.
So you say.
Please do it. I'll contact the Publishers Council and see if I can't find something out. It's good that he doesn't fucking know anything, because honestly, I would have been angry.
Also, he knows who the Publishers Council is, or he just knows that that's the person to contact, I guess.
Right.
But you're going to have to look up who the publisher is, and is that the person to actually contact? Like the publishing house? And also, if we're talking movies, too, aren't there other things involved?
I don't know. And also, again, that would need to be, excuse me, as far as I know, a part of the will. Why you would keep that separate, extremely legal thing in accordance to the fact that the
Also
original writer died?
Your accounts don't make sense, but you did never try and make them make sense. You just mailed the will off to me and went, it's fine. I didn't look at any of this.
What doesn't make sense about the accounts, actually? They don't make sense. In reference to what?
Because
we have no
there's
information.
not as much money there as we thought there should be. Okay, why? Oh, there's just not as much there. So I don't like how vague this is. It feels weird and it feels incomplete to me. Like it's not fully written.
It's also possible that basically what happened to them is they're like, we wrote this thing and oh shit, we don't know that much about this. And
About
we don't
how
want
it
to
works.
research. Yeah.
And the thing is there's other ways to do it by being more general about it. There's a problem with, well, there's this challenge in making good world building exposition between telling too much and telling not enough.
Right.
So if you tell too much, you have to prove and found absolutely everything. And if you tell not enough at all, people feel like they're kind of in a weird void.
Right.
But there's so many ways to do world building where you just tell them this is the thing, such as going, all right, well, in my book, right during the middle of the Civil War, the dead got up and started walking the earth. And the character's point of view we're in has no idea how or why that happened, and neither does anyone around them, so it's never addressed. You just know that's a fact of the world.
Yes.
And so if you take and you go, in our world, somehow we establish that Lily knows nothing about accounting when she was a literal accountant, or anything about finances, then from her point of view, this could all be mystifying and she could not have any questions to ask if we had established her more effectively.
Yes.
That kind of thing. So you can easily hide your world building based on your first person character point of view, as well as, again, just not not explain things that don't need to be explained.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Jones. And if this is all super legally accurate and appropriate, then it's just way too much of a niche audience then for me.
Right?
Because like it's not accessible enough for someone like me who doesn't know how it all works, but
Right.
has ideas about how it works.
Time to
So-
contact the legal eagle. No, I don't know.
Right? Ha! All right. What a weird turn of events, huh?
Okay, just to sum it up, Aunt Mary might be Barry Means, author of the world-famous Agent Nightingale spy novel series. Blah, blah, blah. Spale.
Exactly. And you and Luke talked about a movie, several movies.
Yeah, there have been a bunch of Agent Nightingale movies, actually.
Who is the actress? Oh,
Right? They just did a reboot a few years ago. I know it made a lot of money.
So we're saying that she wrote a girl James Bond, and it was amazing.
Yes.
Yes, and we had many actresses play her.
Uh-huh,
Yes,
yeah, pretty much.
love
That's
it.
what happened. If your aunt really was Barry Means, then she must have gotten a good chunk of change from that.
Unless, of course,
Or-
the contracts were written badly and she was taken advantage of, and people just purchased the rights from her outright for a very small, like, final amount with no royalties, etc., etc.
If y'all are looking for an interesting story, speaking of people who got taken advantage of in reference to things like this, check out the creator of the original Monopoly game.
And her story and what happened, what the game's original intention was, and how it got purchased from her.
Yes.
You can also look at the original creator of the iconic mascot, Mr. Peanut,
Yes.
and how much she got paid for him, and then what else they did with him.
Yes.
There are numerous stories, and it's happened to men too, for sure. But there are a lot of where women historically have been
Yes.
taken advantage of in business dealings, where they just can basically push them around or use their like financial ignorance against them to give them a less good deal.
Yes.
That kind of thing. There's been a lot of like do people just do often take advantage, but it's because they've been taught to take advantage.
Yes.
We're all trying to get our best deal, usually.
Uh-huh, and if we all go everybody deserves the best deal, guess what? There is nobody to take advantage of in that
Right?
case. There are less people to take advantage of.
Whoa, yeah. I hadn't even thought of that. There's a chance there's real money somewhere out there.
Honestly,
beneath the pale moonlight.
the thing that also keeps killing me is, again, this is one of those things that bothers me about this game, is it kind of still feeds in that idea, though, of going, if you just keep doing your work and
If you
keep doing...
do hard work, it will pay off, and things will just come together for you.
Honestly, I think this game would be really interesting of where it's like, oh yeah, you've got this, but there's no legal, basically, you don't have a legal claim to it because it was never worked out, / there was a terrible deal that got involved with it.
Right.
So she has no legal claim, she just loses everything.
Or it just all goes to somebody who was more directly related because
Right.
it wasn't mentioned in the will.
Right?
Again, so you have this kind of, like, I don't know where they're going with this, but again, this is really anxiety-inducing as well as just sort of alienating for me, this particular arc. And so I'm like, I'm not sure what their goal is here, other than to basically go, we said Lily won the capitalist lottery, here's this money and house and gardens, and then there's a caveat with it, so she has to work hard, and then go, she might win the capitalist lottery again!
Ha!
Yay!
Wait.
So that's
Yeah.
kind of weird. Somewhere out there, I need to sit down.
Need benches for that.
Oh, time for benches.
Time to spend more money!
Yes, here it is. So they're recurring the meme. So this is actually
Yes.
fine because she's like, why is there never any benches when I need to sit?
Yes!
So there are some good writing things about this, and some of the recurring conventions like that are very fun.
Yes.
Why are there never any benches when I
Welcome.
need to sit? Do it.
Benches! Yes, do it.
benches.
Do the bench.
the benches.
Need them.
Need them. Require so many benches. Whoosh.
Let's build some butt receptacles. Yes! God, I love calling chairs that and like anything.
Some tushy parkers.
Yes!
Some caboose carriages. I will come up with names all day if you want
Oh,
them. I will
no.
do it.
Oh.
So that's for the other kind of fence. This really does look like a public sculpture garden at the end of the day.
It kinda
Like
does.
you will have people. I don't like these ones because it looks like vinyl that's gonna like dry out and
Yeah,
crack
I
in the
don't
sun
like
kind
it.
of thing.
I don't like that
Like,
one though.
And those ones just keep looking like you're slide off of it. Like to me, every
Yeah.
time you lean back, you just whoop right off the
Oh
edge.
no, they're ergonomic. They support your back.
Maybe I say so. I'm kind of for this one.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
All right, there
I'm
we
like
go.
this again. This is what I'm saying. This looks so much like a rich person's like estate. Going, what we do is we rent this out to like parties and whatever else, and that's how it pays
This
for itself.
very much looks like basically a public park.
Yes.
Like it super does.
And it's a
Yes!
huge fucking waste of space. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't
These
mean-
will fit my butt nicely. Only mine though.
just
I-
yours.
boing.
It's fine.
Now too, you can't sit. Ah ha ha ha. Ah! Yeah, that doesn't happen that fast, my dudes.
What?
Like, holy crap, that is supposed to be poop. And all of them right there immediately after you were moving around and building that no. I don't believe it.
Did you have to poop on my new benches?
You did not, one, remove this convenient dead tree when you removed all of the other ones, and two, you did leave it overhanging the bench when they were all in it, and three, no, they didn't have to.
No, that was just a... It's okay, it's just a thing.
It's our fault. We messed up their nests. We need to make amends. You already fed them, and you
Why?
already said you were sorry. Why is this still going on?
And again, I'm like, this is weird. This is fine.
Sit on a different one? And why are you so polite to the birds where you're like, evil demon squirrel?
That's what I was going to ask, going like, why these birds get the pass and not the squirrel? Like, it's just we're spending an awful lot of time apologizing to woodland creatures this week.
I'm gunning to be a Disney princess, just so you know.
Well, we're going to have to apologize to them next week. No, I'm kidding. Thank you for joining us, guys. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, if you would like to support us, please feel free to also go check out our Ko-Fi and our Patreon. We've got some links in the description down below, because we would love to continue doing this, and this is a thing that we enjoy.
It would be super cool.
I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies. And it was great playing with you. Bye!